Morning, boys and girls. How are you today?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. Incredible to wake up. The news that Carissa Yip accidentally took care of business in the U.S. Women's Chess Championship. When I left the coverage yesterday, and yes, I am under the weather a little bit. When I left the coverage yesterday, Carissa Yip was, at best, equal against Ruyan Yen, and Jennifer Yu was losing to the tournament leader, whose the pronunciation of whose name escapes me for just one moment. But ultimately, when I looked later, I had seen that Carissa had lost.
Hello there.
And I saw that Carissa had lost, and I'm like, oh man, how brutal, right? So, of course, in the back of my mind, I chalked it up as a win for her, for the person who was leading the tournament for the previous round and who is now a half point behind her. But then it turns out that Jennifer Yu won her game from a terrible position. I don't know how it happened yet. I am going to look it up. But it is pretty incredible, I have to admit. Both games will be covered later today. I cannot wait to analyze both of these games. It's probably one of the most startling finishes since Magnus Carlsen
said. Current tournament https licus.org Swiss MQ3Q Adels. Please join the team https licus.org Team Master Chess Dojo.
Thank you so much, Darkblade. Although it's a little late to enter the tournament, if you wish to get in for one or two rounds, you may. The only drawback to a Swiss is that you can't enter past the halfway mark. So, it is pretty incredible. I don't know if the news is on the front page of Lee Chess in any way, as they were not covering the event. They are covering the Qatar Masters. Carissa Yip,
Darkblade, said,
amazing
I am
finish.
Unfortunately consumed by cheese.com over the last week trying to get to the final league.
Nice. How is that working? Are you close? And how does it work? I know that you have to play a certain number of games to achieve a certain number of points. I don't necessarily know that it's a quantity or a quality thing among the scoring. Before I begin my game, I do want to check my stats as... Oh, they threw me into the game. So I'm black, so I don't really have to worry about the stats as I'm playing the French defense. A la Tatev Abraman. Now, this is very interesting. I am going to sneak into the center. I am planning on sneaking into the center. How I'm going to sneak into the center, I do not know. But let's go for a fork.
Dark blade.
We have a fork. We see a fork.
Basically gives points per win and per time category.
What is going on? Can I just allow bishop to e3? His bishop is hanging. I need to keep capturing. Something very strange is afoot. Oh, mongoose, I'm so sorry. I did not realize who I was playing. And I should have shown a little bit more respect by considering the possibilities of what was happening in each of these positions. I could indeed be in a certain amount of trouble.
As for how it's going, I am currently leading first place with double the points of second place.
So my queen is somewhat trapped. Can I accomplish anything here? All right, well, let us go with it. Can I? No, I have to actually continue developing. I can't allow any funny business to happen. I cannot allow any funny business to happen. It has become an entertaining game. That much is true. Our opponent should not wish to seek any exchanges. We need to keep up the pressure, eliminating our weak spots, continuing to develop our pizzas. What in the world is going on here? Oh, maybe the game had appeared on my phone. We might have had an echo. I apologize. So we'll get in a couple of games, if not one, because we do wish to get to school on time. Removing a defender. Come on down, you're the next contestant. No, huh? Fine. Terribly sorry, Mongoose. I know that was probably the difference between me being on the 3rd page of this tournament and you being on the 3rd page of this tournament, but I believe you've had a pretty good run of experience here. Wenham. And this game against Ahmed Ramsey is probably your best chance. Let's take a quick look at how you did against Ahmed Ramsey. So far, so good. A very interesting decision. Oh, very cool. And now hopefully not knight c5. What can we do in this position to keep up the pressure? I think we have to exchange and double the pawns. Oh, he chooses to double the pawns first. There's absolutely nothing wrong with what's going on in this position. I wouldn't have exchanged there. I probably would have brought more pieces into the game. But okay. And we can't trap this bishop, unfortunately, because of the check on a6, but we can trap it that way. And rook to d2. Mongoose is doing pretty well. Grabbing perhaps too many pawns. Now that bishop could be trapped, right? All seems well with the world. h5, removing a defender. How would we ever lose this game as white? Oh, we didn't follow through on capturing with a check and a check, perhaps. We could even take it with check, perhaps. Or take even more material, perhaps. Exchanging off everything. But okay. So now we have check followed by check. But we chose that method to check. Good. And it's mate in 1. Not quite mate in 1. So how do we continue this? This is not a threat. So we just have to put our rook on g2 and checkmate on the next move with knight g3. I don't think it can be stopped. Oh no! Alright, so this shouldn't be lost. Oh. And that was the end of the story as we knew it.
Victory PR.
Said. I want a rematch from Mongoose 69.
Ah, you had a really good game. You played better than that. I'm so sorry to see the game. I'm glad I had a chance to see you play well. Even if you did accidentally give away the Bishop Faubourg. Good morning. We're going to shout out Faubourg here. I wonder if I've got the... Oh, I misspelled it. I'm under the weather, don't mind me. Oh, I think it's WHO.
Victory PR.
There he is.
Thanks for following.
Thank you for following, by the way. I am FIDE Trader and National Master John MacArthur. I am currently attempting a GTO strategy with all of my openings. I'll check it immediately after this. I shouldn't be playing this game as I need to get to school on time, so I shouldn't be walking to school.
Foberg.
Said. Hello.
Good morning. Your shout out should still be pinned to the top of my screen, Foberg. Great to see you. I do need to add this particular King's Indian to my mix. The Makhachkanaw variation, I believe. With H3 on the 5th move. We're just going to continue on our merry way. Foberg is no slouch. I'm just going to put my bishop on E3 since we can. Improve the position of our knight. I don't quite get it. Is he unseating me? I guess we'll find out. He was planning on trying to take advantage of my weakened long dark squared diagonal. Uh-oh. But now there's some problems involving D6, D5, the short diagonal pinning the knight, the queen, this pawn, and a few other things. We'll see. A small overworkedness has entered the room. It is better to be lucky than good sometimes. That much is true. Well, that's interesting. I do have a weakness here. But first things first, I need to get myself out of dodge. Preferably with a gain of time. And now for something completely different. Am I concerned about this? I am, of course, concerned about it. So, what can we do about it? Knight takes bishop, queen takes, queen e2, knight d3, king moves, yuck. Or are we just going to get castled? Yeah, we're just going to get castled. That's all. We're just going to get castled. And now for something completely different. Exchanging. The main problem is that queen takes knight runs into bishop f3, which is pretty decisive. So, to avoid the exchange of queens, he has to find a good square here. And I don't see it. I was very lucky once again. It's better to be lucky than good. I wanted to see this. What did they suggest for the best move? Queen takes f4, which is not to his liking, obviously. He is getting a couple of pawns out of the deal. So, for example, queen takes f4, knight takes f4, knight takes pawn.
Coburg.
Said. GG.
Can I extract my knight? I don't think I can that easily. I might have to bother him. Castles was what they suggest. I guess so. Just let this knight go. We've got an extra piece for a moment, but he has 3 pawns. This is not clear at all. Oh, I've got an extra rook. I forgot about that. Aye. Terribly sorry about that, Mon. Yeah, I do have to look that up. I also do wish to look at my stats in the opening as white. 111. I thought that was 1 h3 too many. But we're getting there. h3 is a pretty reasonable first move. It's not as good as a3. But h3 could be more useful. g4, h3, a4, b4, and h4. I'm not repeating any knight moves in the opening. The knights to the side of the board are too much of a handicap. But we will work it out. Yeah, my loss to Pillsbury put me down quite a number of points. I can't believe that Pillsbury is lower rated than me in Blitz. It's quite incredible. Needless to say, with my few viewers, I have to admit, I am running off to school. If I don't move now, I may be late. So we're going to raid someone I have never raided before. Please give them all your love. If you've not yet followed the French Bishop Chesscast, this is your chance. If you've not yet subscribed to YouTube, please do. Please join the dojo. Please subscribe to Chess Informant. Chess Informant 157 has arrived. And once again, thank you for all your support and following me on my socials, as Carissa Yip has become the new U.S. Women's Chess Champion. Cheers and ciao, everyone. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you again later today or tomorrow, whichever comes first. Victory99 PR, thank you for the follow. Cheers, everyone. Please check out the videos on YouTube. I'll add the last 2 broadcasts to the daily stream list shortly.